We're going to learn two tangles today. The first one is called link, and you'll find it on page 84 of your book. This one is a little tricky, takes some practice, I think. So don't feel bad if you don't get it right away. It's done in this example, kind of going diagonally, but it can really go in any direction. And then there is a variation, or maybe I wasn't sure if that's really what link is supposed to look like. But anyway, you can do it in a couple different ways, and you can see I added shading to this one. Okay, here we go. So I'm kind of working large actually because I found that this tangle was more difficult when I did it small. So we're gonna start down in this corner, and we're going to make a cheerful smile type shape. Very, very cheerful, very happy. And then the next shape starts at about here and crosses over and creates a very big frown, sort of a line. And then the next one starts here. Oops, nope, it doesn't. So I get mixed up. It actually starts here, crosses over to there, and comes up and makes the smile. And then this one starts here, crosses over, and makes that kind of frown. And then we start here, cross over, make kind of a smile. Here, cross over, make a frown. So we are linking by kind of starting each of these little pieces about yay down and crossing over, and they really do look like they're linking together, don't they? So that's the first big step, and I had to do that 2 or 3 times before I really got it. Then the next step, you're going to do a type of sort of an aura. You start at the point of the first line, and you're going to come out and make another almost duplicate of that shape, only bigger. And you can do the same thing with this one. It starts to look pretty interesting. Yep, there we go. Looks a little ribbon-like, doesn't it? So that's the basic link shape. Then the embellishments are to add those little lovely curly cues, wherever you want, really. There's no rule to this, so you can come out and add some there, maybe there. About a couple on this side. Might be fun. You know, there we go. And let's see. Something like that. So I find this kind of embellishment is the playful part, and there's no real rules on it. Whatever seems to feel like it will fit and look good, do it. Here we go. Now in the book it shows the bottom link having a checkerboard. So, and then I see in their other example on page 84, you'll see that they filled these with other designs that we've already seen. So, just for example, you can do this checkerboard along this way, like that. You can use this sort of a design and fill in with black. And one thing that might look nice would be to make a pattern like this one checkerboard, this one with the dots, checkerboard, dots, and so on. So that's, one creative way to do it. What else did they have there? Oh, they had the basket, kind of that basket weave. Well, we haven't really learned exactly that one, but almost anything that you'd like to fill these in with, could be done, and it could look really beautiful. Also, you can see by the example on page 84 how large you could do it to fill a whole big space, and then add other tangles that you've learned to kind of fill in the leftover spaces. So this is a good one. It's worth practicing. If you get a little confused, just start over. This is one, if you really are worried that you're going to make a mistake on it, you can always do it lightly in pencil and then go over it. So there you go. That's linked. This next tangle is called Munchin, and you'll find it on page 100 of the book. So this one is very intricate and spiderwebby and kind of fun, and it may surprise you how different it comes out. In this example, you can see I added a little shading to it to make some dimension. So let's learn Munchin. With this tangle, you start with making random dots with your pen within the space that you're going to fill. So I'm going to do that. Make just some random dots. And then to start, you start by connecting two dots. So I'm going to connect those two. That will be my first line. Now that I've connected it, I look around, and I can look in either direction for a dot to connect this to form a triangle. So I think I'm going to go this way and back to here and make that my triangle. Now, the radiating lines that you see in the third step, it can start from any of those points. I think in this case, I'm going to start them from this one, and just to have them go out and fill to the end. Okay. And now this is where just the fun comes from. Now you just start connecting dots. So you've got a line here, you could connect to that dot. You've got a line here, you could connect to that one. This line could connect to that one. So you have many choices. I think that's where I'm going to go. I'm going to connect this and that. And I'm going to come out from that same center because I kind of like when you get a bunch of them sort of starting in the same place. Now I'm going to connect this one there. And again, I could go in a different direction with my lines, but I kind of want to see what it comes out like if I start all with the same center. I'm going to complete that with this first bunch here. Starting at that same point. And again, remember, you can turn your paper. I'm not doing it because I don't want to lose my camera view of this piece of paper. So here we go. So now I've got a kind of an interesting shape all coming from the same point, but from now on I'm just going to be more random about it. So I think I'll have this one start here. Now I'm looking for a point. I'm going to go for this point here, and I'm going to go in a different direction. Oops. This is really kind of fun. I found this very meditative to to practice. Oops. Ah. You know, sometimes you overshoot. Where shall I come out of? This way. This time. And I've got this line. I think I'll go here. And I'm going to kind of match those ends. See if that works. Kind of. And then make a triangle here. Triangle here. Make a line here. And I'll have one more dot. The more dots, the more of these you create. It's kind of fun to see what shape you'll come up with at the end. The idea is well, I could actually make another one here, but I kind of like this one hanging. You could keep adding dots and making it go right to the edges and fill an entire space with this. There is also something fun about it being just a floating shape. I mean, like, what is it and what's happening? The only other thing with this, I think, that is interesting is to do some shading around intersections. So I'm going to put down some graphite there, and wherever things came to that starting point, just see what that looks like when I blend it. It adds some three-dimensional quality to it. Looks like origami or something, doesn't it? Here we go. So that's munchin'. Have fun with that one.